Well, let's try this again. I got a phone call and that messed me up. Yeah, hi there, Eileen. I don't know what happened after my phone call. It went wonky. Hope it don't happen again. If it does, then well, I won't come back. Gotta say, that'll be the end of the chat for today if it goes out again. Hi, Tinker's wife. How are you? Hi, Terry. Well, thank you. Like, I got a phone call come in, and usually I don't answer them, but I answered it because it was my mom and dad, so you never know. Because they're getting close to 80 now. They're right across the road, so. Hi, Brenda. Ooh, that sounds good. Hi, Redneck. Young man, I'm older than you, I think. Oh, I'll be 59 in July. But I'll take that as a compliment, though. So, what have you been doing, Redneck Connection? Have you been making videos and stuff? I haven't been over there in a long time. There's too much going on. You're 64 in April. Okay. Well, my wife is 63. Young. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Redneck. Yeah. When you're old enough to have witnessed the creation of dirt. Oh, oops, don't put your hand in front of the camera. Yeah, it is. I don't feel like the old fart that I see on the outside. You're 47? Oh, you are young yet. You're just a baby. Hi there, Tim. Oh, now I'm getting all stuffed up. Mine's been broke for a long time. We're doing Maniac Grammy. She's in the hospital yet. Uh, Fighting the good fight. If you watched the video before this one that messed up, I explained a lot of that in there. My mind tells me that I'm 30. My body is way older. You're 66. For medical bills, what was that now? Get back up here. As for indigent form, it's from works for ambulance bills to save my home when my hubby had cancer. Oh, really? I never heard of that. Okay, Grammy. How are you doing, Grammy? Didn't you have some issues just recently? I know we need to pray for B Lady because she's got something wrong in her head. I, she said it in the last another phone call. It was my aunt. I had to cancel it. I hope you're still there and it didn't mess up again. Well, I hope you're doing okay at least. Well, that's good, Tim. Always nice to get new stuff. Was it stuff you bought or did you have a good find? Like your Saturday finds? I ain't watched any videos yet. My mom was here earlier, and I was visiting with her. You like my really old paling back there? I like that stuff. Can't see someplace there's deer on it too. Yeah, I heard that, Eileen. There's the deer up there. Right there. Yeah, really? Well, my neighbor, I wanted to put this kind of paneling on this wall, and my neighbor had a few sheets of it that he took out of his son's room, I guess, or was going to put in his son's room that he never did, and I kept asking him, I want that if you get rid of it. He finally told me I could have it, so that's what's on that wall. That's where my stove and everything is, see? Just goes across the back wall, and then I got a big wide board as the mop board. It's a barnwood. Yeah. Okay, bud. Thanks for coming, bud. I like it too because it's got the deer on it. I like the deer especially. You can see it. The deer are up there. I can't get my finger where the picture is, you know. They're right there. It's got ducks and uh, pheasant, all that in it. I liked it because it reminds me of the woods. I live in the woods. I see all these things all the time. Just fitting. I'd like to someday, right there, be a window put in there, and then over there where my wife's chair is, I want to put a window in over there too, so we can see this our yard out here on this side. Because I'd like to watch the animals out there and stuff. Let's see, am I missing anything? I think maybe I should. Will you guys join me in a little prayer for B Lady? Um, they want to. I only caught a little bit of the message before my phone went wonky. She's oh, cough off to. Sure hope we don't lose power in Blizzard here right now. Yeah, we're supposed to be getting it too for the next 3 days, but I ain't seen anything. Thanks for coming, Redneck. I appreciate it. But I want to say a little prayer for B Lady. Father God, we come to you in the mighty name of Jesus, Jesus of Nazareth. Lord, you know what's going on with B Lady and something in her brain. Lord, I know there's no distance in prayer. So Lord, I lay my hands on her, on her head, Lord. Please go through her system, Lord, and clean out anything that is not of you. Take out any kind of disease, infection, anything, Lord, in her system. Restore her to perfect health, Lord Jesus. So when she goes in there and she has this scan on her bread, on her head, let the doctors be amazed and dumbfounded when they can't figure out where it went. Let them find nothing there. In the mighty name of Jesus, I thank you so much, Lord. From the top of her head to the soles of her feet, Lord Jesus. Touch her and bless her, Lord. Make her whole in the mighty name of Jesus. And anyone else that needs it, Lord. I feel there's people out there that need you, Lord. Touch them, Lord Jesus. Go through their body, from their head, top of their head to the soles of their feet. Anything that exalts itself against you, Lord, and the knowledge of you and your power, Lord, remove it in the name of Jesus. I ask these things. Please, Lord Jesus, please touch and heal my friends. Anyone that needs it, Lord, anyone that's watching, Lord, anyone that's not commenting, not talking, but they're watching, Lord. Reach out to them and restore them, Lord Jesus. Make them whole so they can go forth and spread the gospel to anyone who will listen. Only those who want to hear, and the ones that are caught. I ask this in the precious name of Jesus, Jesus of Nazareth. Praise you, Lord Jesus. Hallelujah. 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 You have perfected praise. Amen. Yep, I have a cold. Hi, Southern Belle. I'm doing great. Yeah, windows all around your house, Grammy? Yeah, that's what I want. I got windows all over too, but right in this wall where we sit, I would love to be able to just turn around like this and, you know, and look out the window at my animals. I like them. Yeah, vapor rub, yeah. I'll be using that tonight. We've always got that in the house. I don't know, but I won't tell them. 20 windows? Wow. We've got, right now, we've got 9 windows. I only know that for sure because we had somebody come out here and uh, price up replacing them because our windows are really rickety. Like, you can sit in the wintertime and see the curtains blowing, you know. It's not good. But someday, good Lord willing. Okay, Tinker's wife, and thanks for coming. The plumbing issue is still an issue. I do too, Eileen. Oh, yeah. I think they've got masks right there in the room, too. If I remember right, I think I've seen them. Wow, that's a lot of Reese Maniac, Grammy. Are you hanging them on a fence or something? That's what I would do if I had. I'd like to have a white picket fence around my yard. Not really to keep anything out, just because I like the looks of it. And I would hang, wreaths and lights and bows and stuff all around it. At least in the front where people could see it. Oh, okay. I got my. I don't know if you can see it. You see the doorway there, archway? It's pretty wide. And I put lights up there, all across the top of it. And then I come down the side here. And I put lights up there and in the brackets and everything. And then I put red bows up there. It's really pretty. And it's like I have like pine garland that goes up there, and it's woven with red velvet ribbon through it. I've done it like that for years. I started in a. We had a house in Bay City, Michigan, and we that was the first house we ever had that had a fireplace in it, and I tried it one year, and then after that, I did it every year. I loved it so much; it looked so nice. I wish we had a fireplace here. I'd have that baby going ripping like blazing right like crazy right now. But right here we got a propane stove, but propane's easier. I don't have to handle all the wood chopping and stuff. But out here it makes more sense to have wood because I'm surrounded by wood. I can easily get wood. Well, see, eventually I want a wood stove. But I want a nice one that's got the glass in the front so I can watch the fire and stuff. To me, that's part of the thrill of having a wood stove is being able to watch the blazes. I keep looking at this end over here, and the camera's over at this end. So all of our snow's gone that we got. Well, there's little patches of it, but oops, sorry, I had to switch hands. But we have we're under a winter storm warning right now. It's supposed to be till 1 o'clock in the morning on the 2nd. So who knows how much we're gonna get dumped on with. But right now it ain't doing anything. Oh, snow and ice, yeah. Well, you're up there in the North Country too, like we are, so you probably get more than we do even. Grammy. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I slept all night. And they say you can't make up for sleep that you lost, but I don't know. Because a good couple of weeks there, I hardly slept at all. Oh, 3 days of bad weather. We have snow and ice now. Yeah, cause you're further north. Yeah. Do you get a lot of snow down there, Eileen, where you're at? You guys, I didn't find out until a couple of weeks ago, and I keep forgetting about it. But we need to keep Letha Butts in our prayers too. She's having some health issues because she's usually on here and she hasn't been. I didn't see her come on anyway, but I know she's having problems. Yeah, there's. I notice you guys when you're not here. It's like, hmm, wonder what's going on. As some can tell you, I will send you a message and say, "Are you okay? Are you dead? Are you alive?" Okay, Maniac Grammy. Don't get much snow here, but then when the blizzards come through, it, whoops, that accept a lot of people, we get it too. Oh, okay. Effects, okay. Yeah, it's we're supposed to be getting something. I don't have TV. All I have is my phone, so I don't know what our forecast is for our area. I could ask Siri, but she would probably cut off my chat. Never done it before. I have when I was on my laptop, but I'm on my phone right now. Though, if anyone's here that wasn't here uh, for the first video, go back and check that out. It ended abruptly. Um, just so you know, I got a call and it disconnected me. So, uh, I did an update about what's going on with my wife and stuff and our situation. Yeah, I plan on hitting some tea. I got to be careful about caffeine and stuff because it's really weird too. Is I can drink regular pop with all kinds of caffeine in it. It doesn't bother me. But if I have a cup of coffee or something that's got caffeine in it, it doesn't matter if I do it in the morning. It'll affect me still that night. I can't sleep. Oh yeah, that's right. I probably got one too, Eileen. I just haven't used it. List of Writers Creed. Hello there. Last of Writers Creed. Welcome. And I don't have any of that. All I got is regular tea. I may have a bag or two of green tea left. I'm not sure. I gotta look. I know I got black tea. Well, black tea, orange pico mix. Because I use the black tea as when I make kombucha and stuff. Yeah, I know. I don't have none of the herbal stuff, Eileen. Yeah. You would think that regular tea would be caffeine free too because it's a plant, it's an herb. Yeah. Oh, I do have ginger though. Oh, yeah, hot chocolate's really good. Chocolate's good in any kind of form I can get it in. Uh, I do have some ginger. I could, uh, that I dehydrated. Could make some tea out of that. I keep forgetting all the stuff that I've dehydrated. I put it away, and then it's out of sight, out of mind. I forget I have it. I've got, I do have some dried echinacea too that I also forgot I had. Oh boy. So what's everybody gonna have for your, your supper now? I think. I'm not sure what time it even is. I can't see the time when I'm on the phone. I think I might have some spearmint. Yeah, that's what they say, Eileen. But isn't that weird though? Regular tea doesn't bother me. It's the same as what coffee does. I mean, it still affects me, but not as bad as coffee. I drink a lot of coffee, but it's decaf. Yeah, I do. I do have some ginger, so I can make some with that. I'd like to make some. Oh, pardon me, I got to shift around here. Chicken and rice broccoli. Ooh, I'm probably gonna have leftover turkey because right Thanksgiving Day there I took and uh, plucked it off the bones and froze what we didn't eat right away. Spearmint tea with honey. Ooh, that sounds good too. A lot of people like peppermint, but my favorite is spearmint. Good pee, Eileen. I have to get up and move around and do something. Well, yesterday I've been doing. Let's see. Made all the beds and changed all those. I did all the laundry. Uh, yeah, I did the cat's litter box. I have a huge litter box because I got 5 cats. Not all of them use it, but just in case. And I did all the Thanksgiving dishes. Um, well, I did those Thanksgiving Day, but uh, putting them all away and everything. I've been doing, that kind of stuff around here, cleaning up from the holiday and stuff. When the kids are here, when they come through, it's like chaos. Yeah, always need naps. Oh. Usually, what I do though, when I feel it coming on, I get up and do something. Because I don't like it if I sleep too much during the day, then I can't sleep at night. Yeah, dried echinacea is really good. I've even got some echinacea seeds. Hopefully, I won't forget to plant them this year like I did last year, this last season. I wanted to plant some. I forgot all about doing it. There's just too much other stuff going on. I got grapes I want to plant this year, blackberries, raspberries, and they're the tame ones, that I want to get planted. Yeah, Yeah, I do have some echinacea. That's right. And I know that the doctors on the shows they say echinacea doesn't do anything. It's just like a what do you want to call it? Like almost like snake oil. It doesn't do anything. But oh yes, it does. I used to give it to my kids when they were little. They didn't like it, but they took it and they were hardly ever sick. And before I did that, they would get ear infections and colds and flu and all kinds of stuff all the time. I started doing that and I didn't get sick anymore. But when we were doing the thing that they tell you to do, getting the shots, getting all the baloney they tell you that you got to get, they were still getting sick with the very things they got the shots for. But after I started giving them the herbal stuff and that, it just, they didn't get sick anymore. Hardly ever. Oh, that would be neat. But this year, I made a turkey and pecan pie, pumpkin pie, apple pie. Uh, let's see now. Oh, my daughter brought the pecan pie from Grand Traverse Pie Company. Really expensive, but I liked it because it wasn't as sweet as the other ones. Uh, let's see. My son brought the Red Lobster. I think it's Red Lobster. The Cheddar Bay biscuit mix. So we made those. Those are pretty good, and the stuffing, of course. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, mashed potatoes and gravy. I always make gravy. That kind of stuff. Yeah, exactly. I like the leftovers. The turkey I've got in the freezer, I might get that out later and lob a hunk off of there and eat it. Just eat it like it was, or else slice it up and make a sandwich with the turkey breast. I don't care for the dark meat, unless if I'm going to make soup or something with it, then I'll use the dark meat. But I like the white meat. I don't just to eat it. It's white meat or nothing. uh, or else I'll make something else. I don't know. The pies, I already done ate those. I shouldn't have, but I did. It's, I think that's what we had. I can't remember anything else. There was lots of food, because my kids bring stuff too. We had I would say about a 12 pounder, so maybe less than that, butterball turkey. And I always cook the turkeys breast side down. I don't cook them up like everybody else does, because I don't like the breast all dried out. So cook it down with the breast down. Boy, I never had breast that was so tender. You could cut it with a fork, like you cut pancakes or something. It cut really easy, really nice that way. And me and my son are the same. We both like the white meat. We don't eat the dark meat. It's like dark meat goes in turkey noodle soup or something like that, but I like the white meat. I know cooking for an army. I know I can't get out of that habit either. Well, a few years I did a Thanksgiving meal at my house, and I one time that I can remember anyway. I did a turkey on my grill. I smoked it, hickory smoked. Oh my goodness! And it was like a almost a 30-pound turkey. I never seen anyone pick the turkey off the bones. And, I mean, left just a pile of bones there. We were done. But I had my family over and stuff, and uh, like some of my sisters came and stuff, and it didn't last too long. I can't remember if all my sisters came that year or not. I can't remember. Yeah, they're good. I usually make those, or else I make my own. I cancel Christmas dinner. Tired of it. I'm going. I'm going to the Chinese takeaway. Yeah, that'd be good too, Tim. I like Chinese food. We got one up here by us called the Great Wall. I don't know if they got them in the rest of the country or not. I don't know, but they don't use MSG and stuff in theirs. Good stuff. I like the egg rolls. Oh yeah, I have a thing of those King's Hawaiian uh, dinner rolls. I guess they are in there. I didn't even cook them because for Thanksgiving because we had the other biscuits, so I didn't really need them. So if I don't use them, I'll throw them back in the freezer. I guess keep them for Christmas. Maybe I got a can of corned beef hash too. I might open that. Make sandwiches. Ew. Cut the duck's head off in the movie. What movie? Did I miss something? Brenda, you leaving? Bye. Apple, orange, and onion. I ain't doing much else of anything today. Just kind of taking it easy, as well as I can anyway. I've been binge watching uh, Little House on the Prairie too. I love that show. I have complete seasons 1 through 4 on DVD that my kids bought me, but I watched it so many times, but I still watch it all the time. A lot of the shows that I really liked can't get no more. I liked Father Murphy. I like that show too, but can't find it. I'll have to check, see if Amazon's got it. They might have. Uh, Our House with Wilfred Brimley. I love that show too. And then that one with Gerald McCraney played in it. Can't think of the name of it. That might be the same one. And Family, different shows like that were family shows. Put an apple inside the turkey. Yeah, I've heard of oranges and onions and all kind of stuff like that. I've never tried it though. We did in cooking school, but I never got to eat any of it. I can't wait for the snow. I just might go out and build a snowman. I don't know. I'm crazy enough to. Christmas Story. Yeah, that's a good one. That's on a lot. I like It's a Wonderful Life. Then I liked, kind of weird, but I liked the Twilight Zone Christmas one that they had. That was neat too. Okay, thanks for commentary. I appreciate that, Terry. I really do. And believe me, we can feel it too. I've been checking into different, what you call it, programs and stuff through Social Security and that. And there's one while both of us are still living. There's a spousal type program. I want to check more into that and see if I can get that or not. And the survivor one, I could get that, but I can't get it until I'm old enough. Oh, goodness. I'm thinking about getting out my Christmas stuff, going through the lights and all that stuff. Maybe put my tree up. I usually do put it up the day after Thanksgiving. Never used to, but that all started when my kids were little. That was a tradition that we made. Tessie, 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 what? Did she sneak in? I didn't see her. Is Tessie in here? Hi, Tessie, if you are. Hi, Tammy. How are you today? Oh, Christmas Story is the one with the duck. Okay. It's been a while since I've seen that. Because I watched it so many times that I got sick of it for a while. It's still not doing anything outside here yet. Oh, oh my goodness. That I can see. Unless it's raining. It's supposed to be right now, but I'm not seeing anything. You hear my fan running? That's my ceiling fan spinning. It's supposed to help save on your heat and stuff. I don't know if it actually does. You guys getting Christmas cards already? I'm getting them. I got about 3 of them now. We haven't even made ours out yet with everything that's been going on. It's like I don't even know if I'll get to them this year. I know I can't afford to send very many of them out. Boy, they want so much for postage now. They're like what a candy bar used to be when I was growing up. Are we still connected? I hope we are. Oops. Got my phone back. It's so quiet here without that concentrator going. I'm good. Plugging along, trying to, maintain. Grandpa Paul. Whoops. Oh no, what did I do? Don't touch that. Mess up my screen. Anyway, we're having fun. Oh, yes. I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. Um, in the other video that abruptly ended on me, uh, I was explaining in there. Gave everybody an update. Now I'm just kind of sitting here listening to air particles bang together, and the silence is very loud. Uh, Listening to my cat snore. That's about it. And we're supposed to have, uh, we're in it right now, supposedly, winter storm warning, whatever that means, if it means snow, rain, or what. But remember that how you proceed helps Teresa. Yeah. Hello there, Tessie. I know Tim's on here someplace. He was. Oh, you just signed in? Oh, okay. Because he said Tessie, Tessie, Tessie. So. Oh, you are not Tim. So, in the other video that got hung up on me, you can all get an update of what's happening there with my wife and stuff. But yeah, Tessie, what you were saying in the last video about your van, that how you sold it to get the money. That's exactly what I did with my uh, town and country we had. It had 200 and 243,000 or something like that on it. And things just started going. The junkyard even they came and picked it up, paid me for it, and then that money went on the truck. So I still got money left to pay on the truck, but it gets me around. Oh, you're mad at her, Tim? Blah, 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 blah. Tim, you're mad at Tessie? Hi, Tessie. She didn't take us into selfie yard. Oh, I see. He thought you were going to go junk picking, maybe? Tim would have done that and went there and found parts he could bring home. Of course, I've done that too. Okay, Tessie, it's all there. You know, because I'm sure I'll probably miss parts if I go through it all again. But now we're just kind of shooting the breeze. Um, you know, it's very, very quiet here. Because usually the air thing's running and stuff. I know a lot of people do that, Grandpapa. You can get some pretty good stuff. My grandparents, they used to recycle. They would go and take metal and stuff. Grandpa'd go all over the place picking up metal. They'd take it there. And then he would get parts for his cars and things for their house and everything from the junkyard. Ooh, Big Macs. Ooh, those are good. Yeah, yeah, I could put bells on them, but then the mice would hear them coming too. Tim's gonna drive you everywhere you need to go. Bean pot. Ooh, you got another bean pot? You found another one? Or are you teasing Tessie about her bean pot that she got from you? Tessie, I have no idea. It all depends on, how things go. I was with Tessie just show up and pull over and wait on the husband. I hate that too when I'm in a car. Someone's in the car in front of me and they point. Like, what? And the thing I look at ain't what they were pointing at half the time. So then when I catch up with them, what were you pointing at back there? Oh, so and so. I'm like, oh, that ain't what I saw. My dad and I, we used to have CB radios in our cars so we could talk back and forth that way. I still have my CBs, but I can, Tim. I used to work at a car auction. You wouldn't believe the young kids in there that didn't know how to drive a stick on a column. So anytime we got something like that in, I had to drive it. No problem for me. A lot of the young kids couldn't drive a stick, period. Can you drive a stick on the floor, Tessie? Yeah, it ain't hard. Tim's always ornery. I'd think he was sick if he wasn't. Okay. Yeah, my daughter used to do that when she was little. In my big Ford truck I had, she'd sit on the seat and she would shift for me. I showed her how to do it, and she would shift it. But when she got old enough, she didn't want to drive it by herself, but she would shift for me. A buggy and mule. Yeah. I think mules are stubborn, aren't they? Like a donkey. I don't know if you can get a mule cheaper than a horse or not. I wouldn't mind having a horse out here, but not feeding them and cleaning up after them. Oh, yeah. Road rage. Yeah, yep. A lot of people do that. They text each other. Eileen. Gotta keep switching arms because my elbow goes dead on me. Whoops. Now I covered the camera. Darn it. Oops. Sorry about that. Oh, you were driving? Oh, jeez, Tim. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if I told you or not. I made those bread and butter pickles with the Mrs. Wages. That's pretty good stuff. I don't like all the chemicals in it, but I didn't have the stuff to make those by from scratch like I would normally do. But those weren't bad. But I like to put onions in with my bread and butter pickles. I like the onions. Strong as a mule. Yeah, unfortunately, strokes do take a lot out of you. Well, you're lucky, Tom. Some people never get back totally from a stroke. There's usually something left behind. Strong as a mouse, with mice are pretty powerful. They'll eat through walls and everything. Excuse me. As I'm sure you know, mice are powerful little creatures. They don't make it too far around here, though. My cats kind of make sure of that. See, I'll show you what a typical day looks like in the house. Dog sleeping over there. One cat sleeping there. One sleeping on the stool. And one way over there in the love seat, sleeping on his back with his legs up in the air. Yeah. Yeah, they do, Teresa. Tessie. You are a strong person. Oh, yes, Tammy. A lot of it lately. It's like I'm so used to working as soon as my feet hit the floor in the morning. It's like it's weird without her being here. I got nothing to do. It feels so strange. You get used to doing that all the time. Of course, I've always done it, but uh, even more so now. Like the last 5 years. Yeah. You ever get to that point when, like, when you get a break like this, where you have you time and you feel guilty? Like, I shouldn't be doing this. There's something I should be doing. Let's see. When I dried my cabbage, I didn't dye it. I dried it. I know that's what you meant. Did it make the house smell bad? How did how did you do it? Just cut it up? Yeah, that's what I did. Yep. I did it for maybe 12 hours, I would say, right around in there. But you could smell cabbage. It smelled like cabbage, but it didn't smell funky or nothing. I've got a whole gallon jug in there that I put, well, all those cabbage I had in that one video that I was doing, all of those. Well, no, wait. There was one that I made into coleslaw for my wife because she wanted coleslaw. It wasn't a whole one. It was only not even half of a cabbage. The rest of it all got dried. But it got like a light brownish color to it because it's dehydrated, you know. But it's I even ate a piece of it dry. It tasted like cabbage, you know. I put it in. Let's see, what was it I made that night? Oh, I made like a vegetable soup one night, and I put some of that in there. It worked okay. Uh, I wouldn't say that it gets back to like fresh cabbage would. It's got a little chomp to it, but not where you couldn't stand it or anything. I plan to use it because it saved me cabbage that way. Because I had to throw like a couple of weeks before that, I had to throw a great big head of cabbage out because it went bad on me. Because just the two of us, I couldn't use it fast enough, and I ended up tossing it out. And that's wasteful. I don't want to do that. Well, I haven't canned cabbage, but I can it when it's sauerkraut, so about the same thing. I've got seven. Well, it's in that video, that one video when I made sauerkraut. I canned it. I think I got seven. Yeah, I think it was one canner full I got, which would be 7 quarts out of the one big head of cabbage I had. But Michigan cabbages are gigantic. Yeah, you you don't have to, but when you do sauerkraut, it's got salt in it. But you don't have to. No. When I can my carrots, my celery, my potatoes, anything, you don't have to put anything but plain water on it. The other people tell you you got to put salt in there, you got to put this and that and the other thing in there. It's like that's something you do if you have it. But I grew up college of hard knocks. We didn't have all that stuff. We were lucky to have the vegetables. That was the main thing, was canning the vegetables. So we just put water on them. We had well water, like I do now, and put that on my stuff. We canned everything that way. Because you can season it when you open it. When you make stew or whatever, you're going to put all kinds of different things in there anyway. So putting it in the jar is not necessary. I mean, yeah, you can do it. If you got it, go for it. But we didn't always have it. And my mom, she made pie filling and stuff just using cornstarch. You don't have to use that clear gel stuff. Yeah, it looks prettier and nicer when you do, but cornstarch works. Hi, who was that? Sammy Joe? Welcome to the channel. There's certain things when you can it, the salt does make it taste better. Of course, everything does, with salt, but uh, you don't have to. And one night I made something. Uh, can't remember what it was. Might have been the soup where I put a can of my home canned potatoes in there, and it worked. Christmas tamales. Ooh, those are good. I like tamales. Not that they're hotter than fire, but I don't like anything spicy. Well, I like spicy, but not hot. You know, any kind of heat. Uh, yeah, you can just about anything. Some things you have to be ingenious, because they don't really have recipes anywhere. Well, now with YouTube, you can probably find it and the internet and stuff, but I've had to over the years. I just did it, tried it, see how it works. But I know I pressure can most everything. You can can tomatoes and everything that way. It's like my tomatoes, when I do tomatoes, I'll keep some out that I use for things where you want the tomato to be whole or diced or whatever, then I can it differently. You can do it better boiling water bath, but I don't. Um, Pressure canning is so much safer. It's better. The food lasts longer and everything. So I do everything that way. Green beans, you name it. I've made jelly that way. It's like you just got to change the recipe. What I do is whatever it tells you in a catalog in a book for making jellies and stuff like that in your boiling water bath canner, I at least cut it in half with a pressure cooker. You know, one year I made apple mint jelly and made it myself. It was apple spearmint. That was really good. My kids absolutely loved it. I did too. That's my favorite. Because my favorite of the mint family is spearmint. I absolutely love spearmint. Hey, Tessie, did you ever get that Kerr canning book that you were I showed you in that one video and you said you had ordered it? You had ordered it? You were going to order it or something? Christmas tamales for everyone. Ooh, that'd be good, Tim. As long as it's not hot, I can't handle heat. Ooh, I used to like it when I was a kid, but those days are gone for reasons we won't get into. Yeah, tamale, basically a rolled up piece of meat in like a what do they call that masa harina or something like that. It's just ground up corn and they make a crust thing out of it, put the meat inside of it, roll it up in a corn husk, and cook it that way. And the corn shell inside gets like a almost like a noodle type thing almost. I mean different. It's gritty like what would you say, grits or something? Not quite that gritty though, but they're really good. If you eat tacos, it's basically taco meat inside of a rolled up case of masa cooked in a corn husk, kind of like steamed, but they're really, really good. Some people can make them, and some people can't. Yeah, and also I've taken when I made chili before, and I put masa in it. That's good too. I've taken and crunched up corn chips and put them in chili before, and that's good too. But masa, I put it right in there, like about the last maybe 15, 20 minutes when I cook the chili. I dump a scoop or two of masa in there, and let it cook just a little bit. Boys, that's good. Oh, it is. You make it once, you'll do it again. Yep. Tim, that's right. And yet, bring your appetite because I'm telling you, you start eating tamales, you'll eat more than you should. They is good. You can buy tamales or mock tamales in a can in the store or jar or whatever, wrapped in paper, but it's not the same. But that is a way you could buy one like that and see if you like it before you go into the process of making it the hard way. That's like when I make corn on the cob. There's two different ways I do it. Okay, corn comes from nature, perfectly wrapped for the freezer. You don't have to shuck it or nothing. You just throw it in the freezer, husk and all. And when you get it out, say you want it for supper that night, and you just want corn. Put the thing in the microwave for 5 minutes and shuck it. If you can grab the corn and hang on to it for more than a minute, it's not done. If you can grab it and it burns through the husk, it's done. And perfectly. It's really good. And I do that the same way on the grill outside. Throw it in on the grill, husk and all. And you cook it that way. And some of the husk will get, scorched in that, but that ain't no big deal. And when corn is done, if you can pick it up off the grill and hold it, I kind of squeeze it so I can feel the corn inside. If it gets hot, just hot enough where you can't hold on to it, it's done. It's good. Then I shuck everything off of it out there, and it's really good cooked that way. Because a lot of people take their corn on the cob and they put it in a thing of water and boil the snot out of it. Yep, nature's toilet paper. Roto-rooter. Ew. Yeah, enchiladas are good too. I make cheesy chicken enchiladas. I think I did a video on that. Can't remember if I made them or not on a video. I'm thinking I did, but I'm not sure. Have to go check again and see. Yep, it is. Cornbread's good with chili, and cornbread's also good in chili. That's basically what you're getting when you put masa in it, too. It helps thicken the chili up. And I like my chili thick. I don't like it really watery. And then, if it ain't thick enough, then it gets crackers. A lot of your restaurants, when they make chili, you go in to get it, and you notice it's all thick and everything, nice and thick and everything. What they do, because I know, because I went to cooking school, they thicken up their chili with mashed potatoes. The instant mashed potato flakes. You can take that and you stir that into your chili just before you eat it. Just a few minutes. It'll thicken it up and you don't even know it's in there. And it's good. But I do a lot of my canning and stuff the way my mom did it and the way my aunt did it. My dad's aunt, so it'd be my great aunt. The way she did it. I ain't dead yet. I'm sure it's not USDA approved, but I don't give a snot about that. The USDA ain't eating my food. I am. Yeah, a lot of people can make Mexican. It's like Mexican, Italian, my two favorite ones. Yeah, you can. I know. I love Mexican too. Food too. I've usually got stuff to make tacos and stuff around. Don't have shells right now though. Your adopted boy is from Guatemala. He and his wife are great cooks. Cool. Now Guatemala would that be Mexican food or like Spanish? I don't know if there is even a difference. I think Guatemala is part of Mexico, so I imagine it would be. Or down there by it. I can't remember. I don't think there's too many things I haven't canned. It's like I canned crappie when I went fishing. Bonita, yeah. Yeah. I like Mexican with beef, but I also like it with cheese. Lots and lots of cheese. I think I've seen that channel too. I mean, name sounds familiar. My favorite line, Taco Bell's is Mexican food. Yeah, I like Taco Bell. Yeah, they make things a lot different down there. I used to make taqueritos too. Those are really good. Taqueritos are they're like a reverse taco. Okay, Tim. Taquerito. I when I make those, I just take if I have bread dough, I use that. If not, I buy frozen bread dough. And you take it, you make a pocket out of it, and you put everything you would put in a taco inside of it, and you seal it shut, and you deep fry it. And that means your taco meat, your cheese, everything you put in a taco, you put inside there, and you seal it up you make a round like a round ball out of it, you know, put it in the deep fryer, and you leave it in long enough just to get the bread, cooked, golden brown color, so it's not doughy. And if you got the dough thick enough where it doesn't rip, that's another thing. But you don't want it too thick. But boy, you take it out, put it on a plate, and rip into that thing. Man, are them ever good. That we went to this Mexican restaurant that they don't exist anymore. But me and my wife, on our first date, it was called La Estrelita restaurant, Mexican restaurant. And they made taqueritos there, and I was telling my wife, I said, you gotta try these. They're really good. But they did it with like it was in between a bread and a pie crust type thing, and they put all the toppings in there, even the lettuce and everything, which wilts and you don't think it'd be good, but it's good in there. At least I think so. You might not. Sour cream and cheese and tomato and everything you put in a taco. Oh, it is, Tessie. Oh, really good. You should do a video on it. I'd love to see it. But you could use frozen bread dough. You can make your own. Put it all in there and you throw it in the deep fryer till it gets just, just so the dough's cooked. You want it nice and brown because you don't want it to be doughy inside. And it heats up everything inside and they're really good. I've had people come over to the house, friends of my wife's and stuff, because I was making tacoritos that night. I made a lot of them. They're huge. I make big food. If you come to my house to eat, you might have to roll out the door. Because I feed you and I feed you good. It's like, I don't starve people. It's like, it was about smaller than a basketball, but they're pretty good size. And of course, you make them smaller because bread dough, it rises. When it hits that hot grease, it grows. But, oh, so good. If you got the right amount of cheese and sour cream and all that stuff in it, oh, they're good. I haven't made them in a long time. I should make them again. But if the dough rips on you, if it rips a little hole, it's not going to hurt anything. You just got to watch it, but that just means you got it a little bit too thin. Because usually the bread, it doesn't take very long for it to cook because when the bread dough hits that hot grease, it's like throwing, making donuts. I mean, they don't take long. But it heats everything up in there and melts the cheese and everything. If you take it out and it's not melted, you heat it up. So, but I've never had that happen. It always come out good. Uh, that's a good Mexican thing they can make at home. It's pretty good. I never got a complaint, put it that way. It's just all happened because I went to a restaurant and I saw something I liked, and I go in there with a discerning fork. I stab it, I taste it, and I can taste all the spices in there. I know what they are, and I go home and duplicate it. Anyone else ever do that? Like you go to some restaurant you don't get to go very often because it's so expensive, and they make something that's awesome. you know, you say, "Oh, I love this stuff." So you try to memorize or figure out how it's made and go home and do it yourself. There's ways around all that stuff if you just figure it out. But the one that originally that they made was in between like a bread and like a pie crust. So I imagine you could do it with pie crust too. I don't know. Never tried it that way. Be interesting. Because you know how pizza bread comes out, if you've ever had that. Oh, calzone is the same thing. But you do it with Mexican stuff instead. Taco meat and spices and all that, and whatever you like to put in your tacos. If you try it, let me know. I'll bet you like it. And the enchilada things I made, they're not really Mexican. They're just good. You get yourself some tortilla shells. Well, first you get some chicken breasts and you cut it up in little pieces, and you fry it in a pan with a little oil. And you put a package of taco seasoning on it, and then you take your tortilla shells, whatever. I use the really big ones because it's easier for me to roll it. Put your meat in there, then you put some cheese in there, like extra sharp or sharp cheddar cheese. Roll it up into your burrito type logs. Put it in a 13 by 9 pan. I can usually get about 12 of them in there if you pack them in tightly. And then you take cream of chicken soup, you dump it over the top, and sprinkle some cheese on it. And you bake it for, well, maybe half an hour. And don't you just heating it up basically and melting the cheese. But I would wait to put the cheese on it till the last 5 minutes before you take it out of the oven. And that's good too. Very good. My wife requests that a lot. And I can't remember, I think it was a TV commercial or something where I seen it. Somebody made them, it might have been the Campbell Soup Company, I can't remember. I seen it someplace. And I come home and tried it, and ooh, they were good. Yeah. And then I've made like fajitas too, where you cut up chicken with the taco seasoning and you put uh, lettuce and cheese and uh, ranch dressing in there, and I roll it up and we eat it like that. We call them fajitas. I know it's not, but they're really good. I like those too. We make those quite a bit. Well, actually, it's been about a few years since I made those, but we used to make them a lot. It seems weird. Every time I talk or do a video, somehow I end up talking about food. Maybe it's because I'm fat. I don't know. I like food. I like to eat. Anybody out there ever make fried bologna? I like that too. The rich people would have fried bacon and eggs. The poor people had eggs with fried bologna. I remember when I was a kid, a lot of times we couldn't get bologna, so we had, or I mean bacon, so we had fried bologna. Yep, fry it up crispy on the outside, you know? Oh, that's good. I loved it. I love that stuff. Ugh, so good. And then Tessie had to tease me the other day. Well, actually, about a week or two ago. She had Kenny making those sandwiches with the sweet bologna and the eggs and stuff. It's like, that looks darn tootin' tempting right there. It's like, oh man, that looks good. Yeah, you can do it that way too. I've done it with spam too. Take the spam that, or either the kind with bacon in it or the original, but I like the original the best. Slice it. You can get 4 burgers out of a can, and I would fry that up. Make it for my kids sometime. We call them spam burgers. I think I saw that on TV or something too one time. Decided to try it. And my kids, know they loved it. I said, dang, that is good. I like spam. A lot of people don't, but I do. I love it. A lot of times I take macaroni and cheese and I cut up spam in little cubes and throw it in there. That's good too. Like we've had to eat a lot of boxed macaroni and cheese, which is awful stuff, and I'll throw it in there just to make it taste like something other than greasy noodles. That's what it'll taste like to me. That orange stuff they call cheese is, I don't know where they get the word cheese from because there ain't none in it. But we've had to eat a lot of it. Put spam in it, or else I put fry up hamburger and I throw that in there. Works good. They have ever had cream spam on biscuits? No, but that sounds tasty too. Ooh, I don't know. Isn't it weird? I think some of the best food out there that we can eat is what I classify as po folk food. It's the good stuff. I don't know. It's weird. All of that stuff is so good. A lot of the fancy, schmancy, expensive stuff I wouldn't give you 10 cents for. I had to make a lot of that stuff, but I would not eat snails. We had to make escargot. I made it, but I wouldn't eat it. And sausage gravy, yes, I love that. I make that a lot. Biscuits and sausage gravy. Ugh. No, I lost my. You see, you threw in that blah, 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 sausage gravy and knocked me off my train of thought. But poor folk food is. I love goulash. I like um, we call chili mac. I like that. Fried potatoes. Yeah, I think spam. I love spam. Oh, I just cut it up out of the can. I'll eat it cold. It's good that way too. Um, Goulash, chili mac, fried potatoes, ham and ham and eggs, bacon and eggs, all that stuff. And I make this stuff. Me and my wife, we just call it tater stuff because we ain't really got a name. But I take. Oh, that's what I use my home canned potatoes for that night. I made that. It's I take potatoes, canned potatoes, and I put them in a cast iron frying pan with some lard, and I cut up hot dogs, and we cook it together with some onion, and get your potatoes, like you would for fried potatoes and stuff, and then you turn the burner off when they're done, but you leave the pan on the stove, and after it cools down a little bit, you take and you put cheese on top of it, the stuff in the pan. Cheddar cheese is what I like to use, or American cheese, whatever you got. Then I put the lid on the pan and just let it sit there for just, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes so all the cheese melts. Because you can cook it in the cheese too, but then the cheese sticks to the pan and you end up wasting half your cheese. So I just put it into with the lid on until it melts. And then when it's done, I come back, I look. If it's melted, then I mix the cheese in, and we eat it that way. And it's really good. It's slop. It's poor folk food, but it's good. We have that sometimes. It's called stretchers because when I was a kid, a lot of times my mom would take, because she had to cook for seven of us, and she'd have three hot dogs. And three hot dogs wasn't going to feed all seven of us, so she would come up with things like that. She would put three hot dogs, cut them up in little pieces, and put them in stuff to stretch them. That way everybody got a little bit of meat and a little potato and, things like that. She did all kinds of things that way. And I think that's actually where Beanie Weenie came from. Because we did it all the time. We didn't know we were making something fancy. Pork and beans with hot dogs cut up in it. You know, I love that stuff to this day. I still like it. Then we used to be able to buy in the store this stuff called Big John's. It was pork and beans basically, and it had this like meat sauce and stuff that you mixed in it. Well, my mom went home and she duplicated it, and we made our own with hamburger and stuff in it, and I still make that to this day. It's good. Hi, Woods Woman. How you doing? But we ate a lot of stuff like that. Different things. Yeah, we're supposed to be getting one, but ain't doing nothing here yet. It's gray and poopy looking out there, but that's about it so far. It sure is, Sammy Joe. I love it. It's just, I don't know, when I think about something good to eat, a lot of times it is that kind of food. No, that's what's good to me. She's better. I did a video, Sandy, before this one explaining all of that. It's a live stream too, but yeah, exactly, Sammy Joe. When you eat that stuff, there's some substance to it, you know? And I think that's what it basically was about back in the old days when things were hard for everybody. It's like you didn't eat this frou-frou stuff. It's like we ate stuff that would last all night, you know, because when you got kids and stuff, you know how kids, they can eat and 5 minutes later they're hungry again, you know, or they think they are. But we used to make things like that back in the old days. It's like I don't buy mixes to make pancakes. I make them from scratch. Oh, the way Mom did. And my kids always loved them that way. And sometimes they still ask for them when they come up here. They come up for overnight for Christmas. They want to make me to make pancakes and stuff because I make them homemade ones. Yeah, sausage gravy. Oh, that's some good stuff. And we were talking, Sandy, before you came on about fried bologna. I like that. Spam, fried spam patties, all that stuff. Good stuff. Things we used to do. I remember my mom taking, she would make oatmeal one day. And I'm sorry, but Mom made the snottiest tasting oatmeal. I didn't like her oatmeal. But she would, like, if we had enough left, she would fry it the next day. Yeah, bologna is good stuff. I still eat it all the time now. Yeah, she did. Uh, fried oatmeal patties, and those are you take it or leave it. But what I hated was when she made meatloaf. She always put oatmeal in it, and way too much of it. I didn't like that at all. Most of the things Mom made were really good and stuff, but she used to make this dressing stuff that she used to put on the, what was it? Fried bread dough. Yeah, that's good. Scones. I used to call them scones. They are good. What was I saying now? I lost my train of thought again. Oh, I forgot what I was talking about now. Oh, 20 minutes from now it'll come back. Yeah, I called them yummy too. Yeah, they were. Actually, I think the scones name came from Grandma. I'm not sure. All I know is they were good. Haven't made them in years though. I should make some. I mean, I think last time when the kids were home when we lived in Bay City. It's been a while. Quite a while. Oh boy. And I used to like, a lot of people didn't, but my grandma used to make this stuff. I think it was supposed to be some kind of like a rice pudding stuff, but yeah, candy lima beans. I like lima beans, but they were different. Uh, what was I going to say now? I'm losing everything. Oh, oh, my grandma used to make, my grandma Campbell. Oh my gosh, the sun's coming out. Just came in my front window, and it's still gray outside. Oh well. Yeah, you did. But she used to make this. I think she actually called it rice pudding, but it wasn't like any rice pudding I ever had. But she'd make this rice stuff, and she put raisins in it, and you might remember Sandy. Um, Sweetened with something. I'm not sure she put like condensed milk in it or sweetened condensed milk in it or what it was, but it came out kind of like a pudding. But I didn't mind that. There were some things she made that, whew, nasty. But I didn't mind that so much. I still, what was you trying to spell there? It came out. I still, I still eat it, or I still detest it. Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay, yeah. I like to take rice, cooked rice, and you overcook it so it sticks together, and then you put cinnamon on it, and milk and sugar, and eat that like for breakfast and that. I still do that occasionally. Not too often because of all the carbs in it, but every once in a while. A lot of people don't like that either, but I like rice, cinnamon, and sugar. It's good. You mix it up, you know. I like that. I think I lost everybody. Yeah, that too. That's good too. Ain't made that in a long time. If I've ever made it, I can't remember. I cook so many things. She's talking about shite on a shingle. And my grandma used to make bread pudding too, but her bread pudding was not so good. Oh, okay, Tessie. But I like to make bread pudding occasionally, but Teresa won't eat it. I like it. Oh, you're in the kitchen? Okay, what you making good today? Whoops. Put my hand over the camera. You listening? Yeah. I don't know, it's just like some of those old foods like that we grew up with and stuff seem to be more satisfying than the stuff you get now, you know? Like, mom would make stuff with vegetables, like salads occasionally and stuff like that, but mainly we were eating our salads and stuff because we would go steal it out of the garden. We'd be playing outside and go wandering through and rip out a kohlrabi or something. I like kohlrabis, they're good. Yep, scalloped corn is delicious. I did do a video on that. Oh, those kinds of foods like that is, we all grew up with. And a lot of times when we go to family doings and stuff, there'll be old stuff like that that we make. Yeah, I know you did. I remember you commenting on it, Sandy. But yes, I think all of us make that. I'm pretty sure the biggest share of us all do. Uh, we ate it so much when we were little. It's like certain things like that stick out. I think we like the corn, uh, scalloped corn because it's kind of sweet. And kids like sweet stuff. And then the bacon is like, you can't beat that combination. And I love fried potatoes too. But my fried potatoes got to be fried in bacon grease. Oh, that's good. Now I'm so incredibly hungry now. I talked myself right into an appetite. Oh my goodness. Yep, absolutely, Sandy. More and more and more bacon. You can't have enough. I put bacon grease in it too. Scalloped corn, I put bacon grease right in there too. It's so good. But yet, you hear people talk nowadays. It's like, oh, that's not healthy for you to eat. Well, uh, we're still alive. We had to eat a lot of things that other people did. One thing I did not like, though, some people do, but Mom used to take tomatoes, canned tomatoes that she had canned, on the stove, and she would thicken them with like cornstarch and put them over bread and give those to us to eat. I didn't care for that. Tomatoes, but regular tomatoes or tomatoes in chili or whatever, like I love that stuff. But to take tomatoes and thicken it and dump it on bread, I didn't care so much for that. But now, tuna and peas on toast? Oh, yes, I love that. I remember when Grandma see bacon grease in frosting container, and I had to sneak some frosting. Never did that again. Yeah. She's like mine. I got my can of bacon grease sitting on the stove all the time. And Grandma always had hers there too. Remember, Grandpa used to pour bacon grease on his pancakes instead of syrup. It was okay, but it was really salty. Like it was okay, but way too much grease for me. Yeah, tomatoes are good that way. Yeah, I like to use them to make chili and Spanish rice and goulash and all kinds of stuff like that. Take a stick blender and whiz them up and throw some pizza seasonings in there. Make your own sauce. Because when you're making pizza sauce and stuff like that, you don't have to peel them tomatoes before you can them. Just throw them in there and can them. And you take your whizzer out and just, you know, sometimes you got to drain the excess juice off to let them thicken up a little bit and then whiz them. But hey, it works. And that peeling is fiber, it's not waste. Another thing you can do too is take tomatoes when you pick them out of your garden. You don't have to peel those things. Throw them in the freezer just like they are. Skin and all, stem and everything. Just throw them in the freezer. You put them in a bag and throw them in the freezer. And then when you want something with tomatoes in it, like chili or something, you throw them right in there in the hot pot. They'll cook in there, and you can pick the skins and that right out. You know, they float to the top, and you just pick them out. It's the same as having canned tomatoes in there. It works, and you learn shortcuts like that when you don't have all these, you know, like say you got a big garden. My mom planted a big one. We had two gardens, and she would can until she couldn't stand it no more, canning tomatoes and everything. And then some of them ended up in the freezer, you know. Yeah, peas in the can, that's good too, yep. But I like to take peas and tuna and you thicken them with cornstarch, you know, put a little cream in it if you want, and some pepper, and you put that over. You make your toast darker than normal. Scoop that and put it over the top of your toast, and you eat it like that. Man, is that good! Yep, green beans. Oh yeah, I like green beans any way I can get them. I like to pickle green beans, make jelly beans like, but I use the brine like I'd use in kosher pickles. That's good. I got some in the bedroom right now, but I don't open it. If I open that jar of beans, I will eat the whole jar. And they're quart jars. I'd eat the whole jar. Same way with the um, pickled cauliflower I got in there. I'll eat the whole jar of that if I open it. I can't stop it. I love the stuff. And if I do bell peppers, I don't make them hot, but the pickled ones, I love those things. I'll open a jar and eat the whole jar. I just love them things. They're kind of like the pepperoncini peppers, but they're not. They're not hot, you know. Hi Tim, I think that was you. Yep. Yeah, green beans are good fried too. Fried spaghetti is good too. I take spaghetti and I make my own rice-a-roni out of it. You know that stuff you get in boxes. Use some bouillon cubes or whatever beef flavoring you got. Yeah, carrots are good that way too. You can tell we're related, can't you, Sandy? Oh, Tim, you got jars up the wazoo. You're so funny, Tim. If I didn't know you better, I would be telling you where to get jars and everything. I'd fall for that hook. Yeah, yeah, right. Okay. You need a canner too, yeah. You probably got more canners over there than Tessie does, and she's got a lot of them. And I've got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven canners myself. Well, three of them aren't really canners, but you can can in them, like one they'll do pint jars. But my two big canners, I use them all the time. I can do like 14 quarts at a time. Tessie, I know she can do probably like 21. Excuse me, like 21 quarts. You got Tessie's canner there? Well, she don't come get it. You can send it to me. I won't fight. Tessie might beat the snot out of me, but the other the other ones I have are boiling water bath canners. It's even loaded with jars. Ooh, you can double send that to me then. I'll take it. Shh, we won't tell Tessie. Keep it a secret. Okay, now I'm off the food subject. Now what are we talking about? More food? I don't know. Okay, see you, Sandy. Or Woods Woman. Dang, I always do that. You're not knocking, she'll beat you. Whoops. Keep forgetting I got the front camera on and I go to adjust my phone and I'm right over top the camera. Yeah, Tessie won't beat you. Not too bad anyway. She might take a wrench to you though. Hey Tessie, he said he's gonna leave it on your porch. Your canner is full of jars and everything, and he's not gonna knock. Cause you'll beat him. Got any idea who I'm talking about? I think she's still here. She said she was listening. So, what's the weather like out there in Pennsylvania, by the way? Are you guys getting snow and stuff, or do you got any snow yet? I know Maniac Grammy says she's got snow and ice up there in Maine. From what I can see, it ain't doing nothing here yet. Always gonna leave a vandalized John Denver record, also. She's in the kitchen, she says, and she said she's listening. Yeah, that's we're supposed to get something. I didn't catch if it was supposed to be snow or what, and my TV don't work, so I don't know. I can't check the weather on there to see what our forecast is, but I hope I don't get too bad because I want to go to the hospital tomorrow. Otherwise, it will be postponed. It says 7 people are still here. I don't know if that's accurate, though. They don't always update the stats. Had 10 likes, now I got 9. Somebody must have got mad at me. Oh, well. Oh, it went up again. Oh, man. A free lawnmower. Man, Tim, I swear, you come into the best things. I need a lawnmower here, but Well, you never know it now, but all I got out there now is leaves. I gotta get me some water. Yeah, my drain still ain't working right. It doesn't go down at all. I gotta use my shop vac. There. We're walking. So how's things going on your job, Tim? I hope I didn't lose nobody. Oh, that's nice. I have a family working there. Well, I suppose I better get going and uh, unless anybody's got questions or anything, I don't want to bore everybody to tears. That's everything that I don't have. You question everything? Yeah, I think we're supposed to, aren't we? Never take anything at its face value. Because there's always a hidden value someplace. Could, by the way they're talking, it could be quite blustery later if everything happens like I think it's gonna. Because we ain't got snow, a lot of snow yet. We got it once, but it went away, and it should be a lot more by now. So I think it's gonna come all of a sudden, especially where we are, because we're closer to the water. So that helps it stay a little warmer. And when it's warmer, they say it snows more. You're very cynical. That's one of those big 50-cent words. I don't know about cynical, but I'm a little crazy. Okay, you take the cake then. I'm only a little crazy. I think you got to be at least partially crazy to live in this world nowadays. But really, it's the world that's crazy, not us. Tessie must have flew the coop. Either that or she went out in the coop. Yeah, maybe they're all listening. I can't refresh mine to find out who's still here. I think it only updates the count every so often. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe I put everybody to sleep. Yeah, I suppose I should get going and let everybody go back to their day. Do I put up a tree? Yep, I do. I don't know if I will this year or not because I got so much going on, but I'm thinking about getting some stuff out yet tonight, putting at least, some decorations up. But yeah, we do. Mainly for the grandkids. Yeah, I know. It's pagan. Yeah, it depends on how you look at it. Uh, yeah, it is pagan, but not to me because I know what it's all about. And I know you were joking. Yeah, I would love to have a real tree. I always wanted one and never able to get one. They're so expensive up here. And I've went all through these woods trying to find a tree, because I would just cut the thing. And everybody else would out here would too. But any tree that has a part, like the top of it or something that looks good, somebody's already climbed up there and cut the top out of the tree. I wouldn't do that, but other people do. I have trees right here in my yard too. I tried to cut one down and my saw messed up on me. There's one out there that's, um, I think it's gonna fall eventually. It, it's pretty much naked all the way up, but up towards the top, about the last maybe 8-10 foot, it's really nice, like a Christmas tree. I cut it halfway down one year and then my saw quit and I couldn't get it going ever since. Or else it would have been in my house that year. But I do go out sometimes and I collect branches off my pine trees and bring them in so you get the pine smell. Because that stuff in the can just doesn't cut it. I live in a pine forest, I mean, it's everywhere. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. If it's got a good top on it or something. Like this one that I'm talking about, it's probably a good, I don't know, 30 foot tall or better. But it's a little skinny, scrawny thing, and then right up towards the top. It's really nice. and it's like the bottom part of it's all dyed and everything, so it's gonna come down eventually. So I'd love to cut it off and have me a real tree some year. I'll get my saw fixed. I don't even really think it's a saw that's broken. I think it was just because the gas ran all over the ground on me because my my gas cap to the my chainsaw had a crack in it and I didn't know it. I couldn't figure out where the heck all my gas was going. It was a real fine crack, but enough that the gas would leak out. Tipped the saw over because it's got a handle where you can flip it up and cut from the side, you know what I mean? But it's a home light. Um, I think X75 or something like that is the number on it. I bought it from a guy, his grandfather had it, used it maybe once and then he passed away. And it's in really good shape yet, but it had been sitting in the basement for years, and some of the plastic parts kind of like disintegrated, from being exposed to the gasoline and stuff. And because you got to mix the gas and oil for my saw, which well I think you do most of them. But that thing, it cuts like crazy though. But the little cover thing on it, it had a in the center. It had a little rubber primer ball that you push down, and that cracked too and came right off. And I can't find one to replace it. I bought some primer bobs that was supposed to fit it off of eBay, and they don't. I got like 10 of them that I can't even use now. I should have sent them back, but I got them all gooked up with grease and oil and all that stuff trying to put it in there, but I still have them. Well, I only ruined one of them, but actually, I don't even think I ruined it. I just got it really dirty. It's a really nice saw, but I used the heck out of it that one year, and then the crack just got so bad that gas just you turned it over to cut, and then dumped the gas out on the ground. Well, this maple tree right here in front, I cut that thing up with it. Because that's what I do. If I cut a tree down, I cut it up. I don't throw it out. I keep it for bonfires or whatever. Hardwood for if I want to smoke something or like that, chicken or turkey or something like that. Oh, Husqvarnas are supposed to be really good. I thought steel saws were really good too, but then I hear a lot of people don't like them. But I know when I was growing up, home lights were really good. Everybody wanted one. But I don't even know if Husqvarna and steel were out then. I don't know. Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. They like the Husqvarna better than the steel ones. I don't know. I've never had one of them. They're always way beyond my reach. Um, I don't want a great big saw that I can't handle that well because they're heavy. My dad had one you could practically all you had to do was give it the gas and let the thing sit on the log and it would cut right through itself. You didn't have to guide it. It just fall through because the thing was so heavy. It was like a fireman saw. It was really heavy. But we heated our house with wood back then at that time. So it got a lot of use. So did our axe. in my back. I've definitely got wood here. If I want to cut wood down, I got lots of it. I would like to thin out some of these huge monster pine trees I got. You could get one heck of a lot of 2x4s out of these things if you want to build something. If I had my own mill, that's what I would do: is cut them down and turn them into boards and that to build my sheds and stuff out there. Oh, that's neat. I wonder if it's any good. I don't know. Craftsman. I know their tools are good, but a lot of people don't like their riding lawnmowers. I would give anything for a riding lawnmower right now. Well, I wouldn't give anything, but I'd like to have one. Saved me a lot of time. I had a Craftsman rider, but it was really old when I got it. Oh, I wish he still had that. Coming up, we can cut my trees down and make boards out of them. We could split it. You take some. I got lots of trees here, and I want to clear out quite a bit so I can put a garden in and stuff. I don't want to turn my lot into a city lot. I do want to keep trees, but I want all the ones away from my house. If it could possibly fall on my house, then it's got to go. It's like I checked the other night on Google Maps. I looked at my address on there, and you can't even see my house. It's totally covered by trees. If I get the truck in just the right spot, you can see just a little bit of it, the back end of the truck sticking out, or the front, whichever way I got it pointing. That's the only way you can tell. You can see the driveway somewhat, but I couldn't see my house at all. I can see my parents' house and my neighbors' houses, but not mine. And the thing about it is, I could cut these big pines out of here, and I still wouldn't see the house. Yeah, I was too, till I finally got out here almost 10 years ago now. And I don't miss the city at all. I hate it. It's like all I hear out here is what's in my house. Or we do have a train about directly through the woods, maybe not even 3 miles away. And when he goes through and he lays on his horn, I can hear that, or I can hear sometimes the rumbling on the tracks if the wind's blowing just right. But that's it. With animal noises. Sometimes it's deafening quiet, where you can hear the air particles banging together. I swear. Yeah, if you do get your camper or something, you can come up here and camp in my yard. You can park it anywhere, just about. Well, except in the front here, my septic field. I don't want nobody parking on that. But in my fire pits out there, I'm waiting for a good snow to come. And when I got the time to burn all that brush and stuff out there. Well, that'd be nice. Is it usable, or do you gotta, restore it and stuff first? Or is I had a big Ford 3/4 ton pickup, and I had a camper in the back of that. And some of my pictures on Facebook, it might even be in there. It was like a royal blue color. Well, not royal. It was dark blue though, with the pickup in it. We take it out hunting and stuff. Oh, that's cool. Dang nabbit, what do I do now? Here. Well, that's good that it's usable. Yeah. But if you come back here and if you have it, you'd have to look under your camper and see if you have drain pipes or, you know, bathroom sewage pipes hanging down low to the ground because of my road. You go through the whippy dips. Some people have torn off the bottom of their their utilities going through the holes. Yeah, my brother-in-law had Sammy Joe had a school bus that he was making into a camper, but I don't know if he ever accomplished it because I think he sold it. But he had a full-size school bus. It was like 58 or 59 school bus, the old ones. It was nice inside though. But yeah, school buses, they make nice campers. They're up in the air, nice. You can go right down the road here with no trouble at all. I don't know why they do that with campers and make them so low to the ground. No, they must think that normal people don't go camping in the woods or something. To me, camping is going out in the woods and camping, not in a tent or, you know what I mean? Well, I mean, not, I mean, in a camper. That's more like glamping. Of course, glamping is very appealing, though, when you start getting older. But I would love it, to have a camper where, you know, I could take off. Like, say I want to go to Alaska or something. Get in that thing and go. Be there as long as you want to. Come back. You got a place to stay. You don't got to worry about motels or nothing like that. And you can go off road too, where, into not real serious off road, but I mean things where there's normal RVs and stuff would get the bottoms all tore off and everything because they're so low to the ground. Yeah, we've had snow already too. Oh yeah, you'd need a wood stove for it. Yeah, it's a good idea. Excuse, excuse me. That probably just woke everybody up. Yeah, that would be neat to watch videos on it. If had a camper like that, I went all over the place and I would video it, the whole thing. That would be fun. Because I would love to see Alaska. Oh, I want to see that place so bad. But I want to go and spend like, I don't know, like maybe a month up there or something. Because I know if I ever get to go there, I'm not going to want to come back right away. Because I've always wanted to see Alaska. Just like go fishing, catch salmon or something. And get to eat salmon that actually is wild caught. You know, I caught salmon before wild, but I mean up there in the good clear water and stuff. And I don't think I'd want to go during the summer or when the spring when the skeeters start coming out because they get them really bad up there. We get them pretty good here too, but they get a lot. Have you ever went salmon fishing, Tim? I have done that. That's a lot of fun. What's really neat when you go salmon fishing is you take a Coleman lantern with you, and you sit it on the bank right by the edge of the water. At least up here in Michigan, and you can actually see the salmon swimming right up to grab your hook and stuff. It is so neat. Yeah, I caught the Chinook salmon, and they're between 28, 35 pounds a piece. They're big boys, man. Usually mamas are big fat pregnant ones. Not pregnant, but full of eggs. And they're not like the king salmon or whatever it is, whatever, the really pink ones. The really pink colored salmon has a stronger taste to it, but the Chinook salmons are a lot milder. I love that stuff. They're good. Like, I have a food saver, and that's what I used it for, was when I went salmon fishing. My brother-in-law would fillet the salmon out for me, fresh right out of the water, and in the food saver bags as soon as I got it home. And you take salmon and you soak it, marinate it in Italian dressing, and then cook it on the grill. Holy moly, is that good! It's really good. But I'll tell you, salmon, you gotta have some good arms with those babies. Because I don't go in a boat in the water. I don't have one, and I don't like being in a boat in icy cold water like that. I'd be the one that fell in and froze. Uh, we go right on the edge of the water, and you're literally, the water is almost even with the banks. So it's not very deep, but it's icy. I mean, really cold. Yeah, I've almost done it a few times. When them salmon hook your line, they will jerk you right off the bank if you're not prepared for it. They are strong. And they're powerful, man. And a lot of people sit on the bank and they use this 10-pound fishing line to catch a 30-pound salmon with. And I think you gotta be crazy. But they say, oh yeah, you don't want anything heavier. Oh yes, I do. I take my Synergy catfish pole, and it's got like 60-pound test line on it. If I hook a salmon, he ain't going no place. But they will try to take you in with them. And my sister almost went in once. I tried to tell her, it's just, if you hook one, you better dig your heels into the bank because they're going to jerk you right off, right into the water. And she almost went in. And my nephew, he lost his dad's fishing pole that way. He wasn't paying attention. I think it was the salmon hit the pole and jerked it right out of his hands. He went in trying to catch the pole, but couldn't. I don't think he did anyway. That was funny. But you go at night. And you have to be careful because where we go, the salmon know, or the bear always know that it's good salmon fishing at night too. So you hear a noise behind you, you better pay attention because you might have company. But salmon fishing it's a lot of fun. There's definite excitement when you hook a salmon. You know it's there. Holy moly, do you know it's there? They will take off on a run and try to pull you right in, and they're very strong. And you're in for a fight. And you hook a salmon, boy, you're going to work at it to get it in because they're powerful and they will let you get a whole bunch of slack and then turn around and take off with your line again. And you ain't stopping them. You got to play them until they're tired out and drag them in. But boy, and we used to help the what salmon are is actually are baby smelt. When smelt grow up, they're actually salmon. And we used to take, or I did anyway, take a 5-gallon bucket and hold the female up there and squeeze out her eggs into a bucket, and then squeeze the male out too on them eggs and stir them around and then dump them back in the water because that was helping, you know, possibly more salmon to come back the next year. It probably fed a lot of creatures, but oh, they have a lot of eggs in them. Exactly, they do. You got to work at it. But where we went, you could get 3 a day. You could catch 3 at a time. So my brother-in-law lived close by, so we would go get our 3 fish and then go back out and get 3 more. Go back, take them in, go back out and get 3 more, you know. And they're really good. And Chinooks, they get really big. That would be fun, Tim, if you come up sometime and we went salmon fishing. It'd be hilarious watching you. Oh, yeah? Trade them for dried apples? No, I wouldn't do that. If I got that fish, it'd be in my freezer or eaten that night. What I used to do with the salmon is I put it into food savers and then freeze it and then get it out, cut it up, and then deep fry it and stuff or bake it. Whatever we wanted that night or on the grill. Excuse me. But yeah. And I like smelt too. But that's what smelt are, is baby salmon. You can check that out on the internet. We used to go smelt dipping. They used to be really plentiful too. Not as much anymore. My mom and dad, we would go when I was a kid, and we'd pick them out of our, fill up garbage bags and our boots and everything else with fish, smelt fish. 5 o'clock there? Well, it's got to be here then too, pretty close to it. Let me see. Oh, I got my watch on. What a dummy. I could look at that. 4:59 here. Whoops. Put my hand in front of the camera again. That would be fun to have someone to go fishing with and stuff. I ain't got nobody to go with me anymore. I haven't even bought a license, and well, since we've lived here now. The last time I went was a good 10 years ago. Boy, time flies. I got the tackle and everything, but oh, okay, Tim. Well, thanks for coming. Enjoy your new furniture. I'd like to see it too. Make a video. I should get going anyway because I've kept everybody long enough. Yeah, I'd watch it if you did, Tim. Tell your wifey I said hi. I'm still trying to decide if I want to go in and dig into Christmas stuff. Okay, Tim. Have a good one. Love you, brother. Hello, Gomez. Okay, Sammy Joe, thanks for coming. Have a good one. Yeah, Gomez, if you want watch the video before this one, there's an update in there. Hello. I can't read that writing for your name, but hello. It's in a different language. Yeah, I was right in the middle of it, and it discombobulated on me and dropped me. I am Kimunji. Kimunji? How do you say that? I don't know. From Korea? Wow, you're a long ways away. What's it like over there now in Korea? Do you guys have snow and stuff? 6 a.m.? Wow. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon here. Well, a little after 5 now. Yeah. Miss Kim, is that what your channel name or whatever it says up there? I can't read it. It's written in your language, and I don't understand that. Or do you have a channel? Hi, June. Kim Youngji? Inuji? Okay. If you have a channel, I'll check it out later. If you subscribe to mine, I subscribe back. I'm great, June. Is your channel all in Korean and stuff though? Because I won't be able to understand anything, but I'll watch one of your videos. Very small? What very small? Gomez. Thanks, June. June, I did a video before this one, and it dropped me. So if you want to know, an update and stuff, I did a video all about that. But it just got discombobulated on me. I got a phone call and it disconnected me. Oh, okay, June or Gomez. Yeah, 'cause I gotta get going because I've been on here almost 2 hours now. Okay, June. And maybe you could share the videos out to your friends and stuff. So, because I know there's a lot of other people out there that want an update and stuff too. But I can't remember everybody, all the different people that have responded. It's like that's why I put on Facebook. I'm not going to answer messages and all that stuff because I tried that and I got total chaos and started getting all mixed up. And then my thumbs give out on me because I have arthritis in my thumbs, well, my hands, but it gets really hard to type. So if you want to update, watch the videos, and you can check on my Facebook page too. But if you want to friend me on Facebook and stuff, tell me that you watch me on YouTube because I'm really selective anymore on who I let in there because of all the riffraff out there. Oh, did you, June? Okay. You're in the morning time down there. Okay. And there's Daisy. You're on camera, Daisy. You always got to get in the camera, don't you? And sing. Yeah. Well, I'm going to get going then. You can watch the other videos and stuff. I'd appreciate it. And maybe somehow I can get my channel monetized. I'm trying. But with my stuff that's going on and the schedule I have to keep now, it's kind of hard to get any time to do anything. But if you guys have needs out there, uh, please leave me comments because I do go back and watch my videos. I always do because I know I can't catch everything that comes up. And if you need help, prayer for anything, just let me know. I do pray for everybody here. You know, I believe in that. So, with that said, I'm going to get going. And like I always say in all my videos, if I don't mess it up and forget, whatever you do in life, make a difference. And there's a reason that God put our eyes on the front of our head, not in the back, so that we're not looking to the past, we're always looking to the future. Don't be a dog returning to its vomit. Never bring troubles from the past into your future because it puts up a wall. You can't get anywhere in life if you keep putting up walls in front of your face. You know, leave it in the past. That was good. Anyway, until next time, I love you all and God bless you. And remember what I said. And check out the other videos, and please, watch my videos. You know, it helps a lot. I do love each and every one of you guys. And I do pray for each and every one of you every day. I hope you know that. So, and please pray for B Lady with her. She's something in her brain. I didn't catch the whole message, but I did pray for her. So you go back and watch the replay of this too. And Letha Butts. She's one of my people that comes on all the time. And she's having all kinds of trouble too. She hasn't been on for a while. I'm really concerned about her. She's a good friend, and she could really use prayer. She has a lot of medical issues going on too. So, and anyone else out there, go back and watch that and claim that prayer for yourself because I included everyone in it. So, until next time, I love you. Bye now.